All right,
Go.
welcome back to the O'Shea Duke Jackson Show Hangout. Man, this is going to be a great one. I finally got the brother Charles Tyler from the Charles Tyler Show, the Black Man's Option, one of the legendary greats. Now, listen, he's just not a great YouTuber. The brother's an esteemed traveler, been in the Facebook group. He's been really fighting for Black men's rights, dedicated his whole life to it. We are honored to have him here on the channel, one of my best YouTubers. Guy I got inspired by when I wasn't even a YouTuber. Charles, we're glad to have you, man. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you very much, O'Shea. How you feeling, brother?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. I think we may have a delay here a little bit. You notice that?
Yeah, it's a little delay. But what you can do, though, remember I told you, you can switch to the actual, turn your camera off, and that way we can just hear you, and that will actually make it sound better too.
Okay, I'm gonna and give me 1 second here. Sorry, fellas. You know these technical.
All right. So looks like he dropped off, you guys, but we're gonna bring him right back on. So let me go ahead and log back in. Sorry for the technical difficulties here. Basically, this is Charles' first time doing the Google Hangout. So let me just bring him back on right now. Let's see if he can click the link. And once again, let me do some shout outs here in the actual chat. Go ahead and like the video. For those of you who are already in here, we got 16 watching. What up, Valerie? Valerie Mitchell, what's up, O'Shea? Oh, damn, I didn't even know we had girls that was watching us like that. What's going on with y'all? All right. So, like I said, Chris Smith, long time here from Bro O'Shea. Let me see if we can get Charles back here. All right. So, one moment. And probably what we may do, due to the difficulties here, I may restart the Hangout. Okay, so let me just see if we can get him back on. Right, I know, right? Everybody's been waiting for me and Charles to collab for a very long time. So let's give him a chance to come back on here. It seems like he may have gotten cut off, or his internet may have gotten cut off. But what we're probably going to do is we probably will just restart the actual broadcast here very soon. So, Chris, if you want to donate, what you can do is go to patreon.com and go to the Negro Manosphere, and then that way you can become a Patreon as little as $5 a month, 10, 20, if you want to do that. What up, Grant? He said I'm on the elliptical machine. But anyways, brothers, let me go ahead and start talking, man. Today, the reason why we're doing this show is because we're trying to give you brothers another option. Okay, I know a lot of the brothers have addressed it, that they are really dissatisfied with their options in America. Now we have some brothers who are maybe interested in moving abroad, or brothers may be interested in getting a woman, in particular a black woman or mulatto woman, whatever you want, and possibly bringing her back to the United States. Now, many brothers have not traveled outside of the United States. So the reason for having Charles Tyler on today is pretty much to help you with getting your visas. Help you
there?
With, yeah, I'm
so
here.
Sorry.
No problem. We're good. Let's go ahead and try to click the link, the camera button. That way let's see. It seems like you're okay now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it could be the yeah. I think it's Let's try it. I'm so sorry, man. The cat. I got this wireless keyboard, and the cat jumped on the keyboard, and just as the thing hit the turn off button, I'm like, I had to throw the cat out the room and everything like that. It's the hostess cat and all. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on.
We good.
I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna try one more time here. I'm sorry about that, buddy.
No problem. So let me ask you this, Charles, if I can. You're now living in Rio de Janeiro right now. Is that correct?
Okay, right now I'm in Rio de Janeiro. I'm in Rio de Janeiro, and I'm trying to basically grow my roots down here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not no guarantee that I'm going to be down here forever. This is a goal. It's about visa and all that stuff too as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I'm still only have a tourist visa. I'm looking to get a student visa so I can stay here 2 years. Okay. So that is quite basically it at this time. You know, I'm going day by day at this point.
Okay.
You know, that's all you can do sometimes, you know, when you travel. Now, I basically haven't put no return date to come back to the Matrix, you know. So I kind of find that a little bit of a, you know, freedom and everything like that. Now, you know, like I said, Brazil is one of those visa states because the United States back in 2001, you know, after 9/11, George Bush, you know, put visas on countries south of the border, and a bunch of other countries too as well. And in retaliation, Brazil put a visa on us. Now, rumor has it Brazil will probably drop its visa restriction, which I'm hoping it happens while I'm still here. If that happens, then I can stay as long as I want.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll take it from there, you know.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you something.
You know.
Let me ask you something. Let me see here. I'm gonna just I'm echoing, so I'm gonna put you on. Okay. So it seems like he's echoing real quick. But what I want to ask you, Charles, and once again, I got you on mute, so you can take yourself off of mute when you want to talk. All you gotta do is take your mouse up to the mute button because it's echoing on your side. But let me ask you this question. What made you go to Brazil in the first place?
Okay, like I said, here's what happened. It started back in 2000, I would say 2002, right? A friend of mine, we hanging out at the club in Brazil. This is before social media, before Facebook and all this other stuff. He went down to Brazil for vacation. You know, I was just like everybody else in the Matrix. You know, oh well, you think of Brazil, it's a Spanish country. It's not more than a giant Mexico. All right, you know. So, you know, I ain't think nothing of it. Came back, right, he had all these pictures. These beautiful, drop dead, gorgeous women. Wow. And they were all over him and everything like that. And I'm like, this guy is a ugly brother. He ain't that saying I judge men. But women say he ain't that pretty. So he has probably some of the finest women I've ever seen in my life. Just like supermodel level. And I'm like, wow. That in Brazil, he said, dude, it is, keep choosing one. But there's so many women down here, and they drop dead gorgeous, real hair, everything. I don't think I can even date an American woman anymore. All right. I'm like, I took that kind of like, are you serious? Come on, man, it ain't that deep. That deep. Come on now. You want to stop dating women up here and all this other stuff? Because like I said, back then I was in the Matrix. All right. And I thought that, like a lot of brothers probably think now, that all my options are only in the US, not abroad. Everything else, I was like everybody else. Everything else is, the United States is great. Everything else is horrible. State. If you leave the state, something's going to happen to you. I was like everybody else. And I said to myself, there's something about this. So I left it alone for a couple of years. Always curious about it. And a buddy of mine who was an airline pilot for UPS, once again, came up in the club one day. And, you know, because I used to be a bouncer in a strip club. Okay. When I was not working in the cable business, I was doing that. You know, I was bouncer / bodyguard and all that stuff. You know, I'm a big guy, 6'5", you know, and all that. But one of the guys came in there. He's an airline pilot for UPS, and he came in there. I used to call him. His name was Mike, and he came up to me, right, and he said, "Yo, man, bitches up in here." And I'm like, "Well, you only come here because the drinks ain't watered down." Well, he's saying, "Look, man, you've been to places I've been to. These women look like cockroaches to you in here. Okay, you know, you wouldn't even. You'd be like, you wouldn't even want to touch them no more." I'm like, what you turn gay on us? What are we talking about? You know, and it's like this. He's like, you go to places like, he said, look, I travel the world working for UPS. You know, all right. I got a timeshare in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. I've been to the Dominican Republic. I've been to Colombia, and I've had some of the best looking women I ever seen in my life. All right, the best looking women you'll ever see in your life. And he put it to me like that. He said, "I bet if you get yourself together and go start traveling, you'll see what I'm talking about." Now, me be the fact that I was formerly married to a foreign woman. I mean, I was young and dumb. I didn't know how to treat her. It's, you know, but she was straight from Jamaica, you know, and also the example of my father, who's also married to a foreign woman. You know, foreign women have a tendency to treat American men way better. They appreciate good American men. I look at myself as a good American man, you know, who has had the tendency to come across African American women that treated me like shit. I even had a woman, I said this in my shows all the time, but I like saying it. I even had a woman who couldn't go out with me because I didn't have a criminal record. She didn't feel because I didn't have a criminal record. Okay? Yeah. Wow. That's the type of look I gave her too. That's the type of look I gave her too. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm 6'5". I'm 300. I'm damn near 300 pounds. You know, I'm grabbing dudes by their throat and holding them up in the air with one arm. And you saying I can't protect you? I have a criminal record? I've never been to jail? You know what, baby? That's cool. That's cool. You're right. That no, because I'll never go to jail. The closest I ever came to jail was a bunch of parking tickets I didn't pay. Okay, and they almost locked me up. Okay, I'll never go to jail. My wings are just too big to be a jailbird. So I started with that situation, and I started putting it all together. I'm like, Mike, I was in a good marriage I was in a marriage with a good foreign woman, and I didn't appreciate her, but she appreciated me to the point where, you know, she just got frustrated because I wasn't giving it back to her, right? You know, and then I see my dad, you know, always been blessed with good women in his life, but he just like me, apple didn't fall too far from the tree. We didn't appreciate it, you know, and right now he's with a good woman from El Salvador, like a king, even when he don't even deserve it. Okay, so I said to myself, there's something about these foreign women is true, but I want to find out what they're like on their home base. So now my mind is open towards traveling. Mm-hmm. All right. And then my boss said, look, man, they're in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And he said, look, if whenever you're ready, he just said like this, whenever you're ready to go, you let me know. So I'm like, you know, I was a little, well, you know, maybe this traveling thing is for me. you know, and all, because I'm still in the matrix now. My mind is still connected to the matrix. So one day I'm flicking through YouTube, right, trying to get information on Brazil. And I seen all these videos about Brazil back in 2010. All these beautiful women. I'm like, damn, so this shit is, you know, and I'm seeing brothers going down there, black men going down there, but it was always the best kept secret. And then I came across this movie documentary called Frustrated, right? And finally somebody is talking about Brazil. See, the brothers would go down there and never talk about it. It was always, shh, don't say nothing. All right. You know, and this movie was talking about it. You know, this movie was saying about Brazil, about Brazilian women and everything like that. Then there was a guy down there by the name of John Thompson, who lived there for, like, at that time, for 25 years. And, you know, I'm seeing, he's an old head, and I'm seeing, you know, he looked really young. And he, you know, and then I see a couple of guys who actually, believe it or not, they had these Philadelphia firemen, right, who their firehouse was right around the corner from where I live. Like, oh man, they got a movie that I know. So I'm like, okay, I'm on to something here. I looked at the movie, and the movie just felt like it was talking to me. It was telling me, go, get off that fence, because I was on the fence, what you call it. I was always looking for an excuse not to go. I was looking for somebody to tell me something negative so I wouldn't go. But I kept finding things to telling me, every time I looked to find something to tell me not to go, I would find something to tell me go even more. So I had my buddy who's, like I said, he's an airline pilot for UPS. He just so happened to have some connections in the airlines, and he was able to get me a buddy pass. He gave me a buddy pass, first class ticket for $500. So, and he had a timeshare. My excuses were being eliminated for not going. So, you know, I had a passport. I just had to go get the visa. All right, I'm not going to get the visa. They're going to say no to me. I go up to New York. Boom. A couple days later, 10 days later, I had a visa. So now everything was out the way. Only person that can hold me back now is me. On, but I set it up for 6 months later, right? But I wanted to get to know some people before I get down there. So now we're living in the revolutionary internet age. All right, I went on to online dating with online at Brazilian Cupid, and what happened was I came across a bunch of women. These beautiful women, you know, and I'm like, wow, it's like that. You know, they all coming on to me and everything like that. And I was not used to hearing the Matrix, right? We got women who, okay, you got to earn me to get me. Well, you know, down there, the women were like, you know, come on down, I want to see you, right? And first thing I'm thinking, okay, well, she wants some money, and this and that, you know, maybe even a green card. I'm thinking just like everybody thinks now about the Matrix. So what it was, right, I met about probably 9 girls online. And it was this one girl that kind of stood out. Like, if I come down there and if I want to have a relationship, I want to have a relationship with her. When I first, because it's the way she came on, the way she talked to me, when I had got in contact with her, the first thing she said is, you know, welcome, my brother. You know, I would like to welcome you to my country. All right. And I'm like, wow, I ain't used to a woman telling me something like that. Welcome, my brother. You know, you know. So, and she was beautiful, beautiful bedroom eyes, nice, beautiful hair, and all this other stuff. You know. So anyway, I finally decided I'm to go. I got down to Brazil, excitement overall traveling. Because that was ever flew. Okay, was to Brazil. Okay, and excitement of travel, going to a place I've never been to before. You know, I'm on a first class ticket, down and looking down at the night. It's a red eye flight, so you know it's at night. It's beautiful starlight scenery. You know, it was beautiful. The excitement of traveling just got into me. It was like a drug. All right, and then I finally made it to Rio, and you know I'm looking around. I'm like a store, and I'm like, wow, this place is beautiful. Then there was, yeah, of course, I came from the airport and rode through the North Zone favelas in Rio de Janeiro, and they weren't so beautiful. I'm like, ugh, you know. I made it down to Copacabana because that's where the timeshare was, and the scenery changed and everything like that, and you know, and so I would say about into my 2 hours into my trip, I'm unpacking and everything like that. I get a phone call from some girl I met on Facebook. All right, let her know that I'm here finally and this and that. And no more than 2 hours later, I got my first piece of Brazilian pink salmon. Okay.
Wait a minute. In 2 hours?
In 2 hours. 2 hours of me unpacking, you know, taking I took maybe a quick nap, a little quick 30-minute nap to get off the jet lag. I meet up with this girl, and then I get my first taste of Brazilian pink salmon. You know, off the charts. Man, let me tell you something. These women, they tear into you, physically ready to come down here. Because yeah, you can be stiff down here, stiff all you want, but they will burn you out till your body gives out. Okay, they will fuck you till you can't walk. Physically ready to come down. Extremely aggressive. You know, and I was not used to this. I'm like, damn, 2 hours in, I can compare ass like that. Is, you know, and so I would say within 3 days, right, I done stretched out about maybe 6 girls. Okay. I went down to, I remember, and a lot of guys can probably see the picture. I have a picture with the 2 girls. I had my first menage a trois down there too. And I don't mean to get all sexual here, but what happened? I'm walking down Avenue of Atlantica. We were going to this place called The Balcony at the time. Now, The Balcony opened, basically got popular right after Club Help closed down. Now, I just missed Club Help. Club Help was like the pinnacle of meeting Brazilian women. You know, some of them were pros, and some of them weren't. It was the club. But anyway, I get down there, right, and I'm trying to play it cool. I'm up here wearing my Nike sweatsuit and all this other stuff, right? Trying to, you know, play it cool and all this stuff. And the women walk, and it was like maybe a group of 5 women, and they were looking at me, right? And I was like, oh, you know. And they were just like looking me up and down and everything like that. 2 of them walked up on me. You know, it's like, you know, what did she say? A Glandria Negro, you know. And I'm like, what? And the other girl knew a little English. She said, oh, you're a big black man, you know. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And they just checking me out. And I was just like, I'm not just used to this attention, man. And the next thing you know, we having drinks, we hanging out, we having a good time. We went back to my spot, and both of them were with me together, and it was on, you know, and they both tag teamed on me, you know. The funny thing about it is, you would think that it's like a hit or quit type of thing, and it's in and out. Man, these women, they stuck around with me, and they cooked me breakfast in the morning and all this other stuff, massaged me and everything. It was like, spoiled like this. And these are beautiful women too. Ain't no ugly women. Beautiful women, like I said. And I was saying to myself, damn, it's like that down here. I've been ducking this for like what? This is 2010 when the first time I went. And I knew about it since 2002. So that's 8 years I blew down here. Now I knew what my boy was talking about.
Incoming mail.
And like I said, it was like it just hit me. I said to myself, this is where I need to be at. It's where I need. And then I met the main girl who I wound up with. All right. And me and her really connected. One that I really wanted. And me and her really connected, and a relationship started, and I kept coming, and then I just kept coming down there. I was addicted. I kept coming down there every other month. Okay. I couldn't get enough of this place. The hardest part about the whole trip, and I'll be real with you, all right, I remember I was on a bus, and my man Al Grease was on this. Al Grease, the producer of Frustrated, he even had the same story. Who's on the bus, and they were teary-eyed when they had to go back. We get on the executive bus to go back to the airport, and these dudes would be teary-eyed. They don't want to leave. Either teary-eyed or they had that real sad face. They don't want to leave. Okay. So that's what,
Let me do this. I'm going to ask you some questions here, Charles.
Go ahead.
I'll mute you real quick because it's echoing. Before we do that, I want to thank some people. We got 119 watching. Many of you guys have been waiting for me and Master Tyler, and I really do consider him to be one on YouTube. The brother has been putting in so much work the last 6 years. And if you guys, most of you know who he is. In fact, if you do not know who Charles Tyler is, we want to promote his channel. He's now living in Brazil. It's most likely that I will probably be there this summer to go fellowship with him. So first thing you want to do, brothers, is let's subscribe to Charles Tyler Show channel. You will have a lot of good information. He's in Brazil right now. He ain't talking about, as a visitor. He's actually living there right now. So you brothers, do me a favor. Go into the actual chat and click on this handle, right? YouTube.com/user/TEE Tyler8. So Logic Wins, subscribe to Charles Tyler Original. All of you guys subscribe to Charles Tyler right now and then comment back sub once you do it. So click on that, go to another window, subscribe to Charles Tyler, okay? And the next thing that I want you to do is to like the video. We have 119 people watching. Shout out to my man Chris Jones, man. He's hilarious. He said, I want to come, quote unquote, fellowship. So shout out to my man Physiques of Greatness, aka Pump Chasers, man. He's hilarious. So we're gonna have him back here on Friday. So Charles, let me ask you this, because since you've been there multiple times, like how many times have you been to Brazil? And what made you decide to go back permanently there this time?
Okay, I've been to Brazil over what now? 21 times.
Damn.
I would say 21 times in the last 6 years. It was a quarter. It started all, like I said. I'd say the first down here, I was coming down here every other month. All right, and I would stay anywhere between two weeks to a month. All right, and then I made it a quarterly thing where I would stay 2 months at a time, 3 to 4 quarters. Okay, I got tired of leaving, and it was a strain on my relationship. Me you know, Brazilian women, one thing I will say about Brazilian women, they're very selfish when it comes down to their feelings. They do not like sharing. All right. And they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear. I had 2 kids back in the States. I had 2 teenagers back in the States. They don't want to hear that. You know, they love the fact that, you know, I'm a responsible father and this and that. But in the long run, they're getting the shortchanged because I'm not there. Okay. And you know, now I've decided to come down here and I've decided to stay, you know, full time, come to the States quarterly. Okay. You know, do a little bit of reversal and all, you know, but like I said, I've been down here 21 times now and I just can't get enough of the place. And, you know, I've had about what, 4 annual beach parties that we throw every November. We're having one this year too. We're coming up on our 4th one this year. It's called the Zumbi Rio de Janeiro Beach Party 2017. If a lot of guys go to my channel, they will see the previous beach parties that we had. All right, on my channel. All right. It's a great event. The beach party itself is just a culmination, but it's a great weekend event. You know, you get to go you know, tourism. You know, you get to hang out with us at the club and all this other stuff. 2015 was the best one because we had about 70 guys come down, right? And wherever we went, it was like MVP treatment. Okay? Wherever we went, it was like we came up in the club 40 deep or something like that. You know, flocked over to us. Okay, because they want to know, who are these guys? All these Americanos coming down here, all these Americanos, black, because there's not enough of us coming down here. To the topic of why I started my channel and why I started my Facebook groups and all that stuff is while I was down there, right? I was walking down the block one time and I saw this chocolate. I'm talking about Hershey's chocolate, sweetheart. I mean, she looked like she popped off a Victoria's Secret model book, a catalog. All right, she was sexy as hell. All right, and then I look again, and I see her with this Gary Heidnick, Jeffrey Dahmer looking child molester white boy, holding hand to hand. I'm like, you know, what the fuck is this? And the brodiness and a little bit of a bully that I am, a little bit that I am. I don't like bullies, but I wanted to go over there, little mentality. Man, get out of here, white. Get your little 150-pound self out of here. Sweetheart, come with a real man. That. But I realized, right, America. And I wanted to find out, I was looking at these women, and y'all guys may say, okay, well, she's bedwench. She a bedwench. That's what that's all about. That's why she with that white boy. You know, but sometimes y'all gotta go the matrix mindset of America. Understand why the women down here are with white boys. And it's real simple. Where are you? We're not down here. For every brother that I've seen down there, it was about 10 white boys. There are very African-American men in Brazil are a very small minority. Myself, I got all, and then I sat down with one girl and she told me, she knew I speak a little English, and she told me the reason they don't really like the white boys. All right, but Brazilian men, they're demographic for Afro-Brazilian women. All right, for one, you got some that are cheaters all day. All right, They have multiple women, multiple children, and all this other stuff. Typical thing going on in America. All right. Then you got some that are getting murdered in the street. They have a high murder rate. Okay. You know, mainly in the favelas. Okay. Then the education isn't that great for a lot of Afro-Brazilian men. So therefore, they're part in poverty, and or they're more than likely a criminal and all this other stuff. You know. And then for the ones who are educated, they're going chasing down a white girl. And then the rest of them, some of them join the Fruit Loop troop. There's a whole lot of gays down here. This is an openly gay society, believe it or not, down here. Okay. Sometimes you gotta look at a female, sometimes now, and ask for a pussy ID. Okay. That's what we call it down here. You need a pussy ID. You got to show me that you got one. I mean, that you don't have one, rather, down there. Okay. But so when you got all those demographics together, you know, it's not that much for these women to choose from. All right. But they still want a man. So who's coming down there the most? The white boys, Australians, the Europeans, okay? They're all coming down there, you know? So that's why they deal with them. Who isn't coming down there that much? Us, African-American men. Who would she rather be with? An African-American man. Okay? That's why I started looking at it, and I started going by my own experience, and I started realizing that to us perfectly. A good black man now. They connect to us perfectly. And, well, why isn't nobody saying anything about this? Back home, and nobody knows about this. You know, I check on YouTube, and now all of a sudden, remember when I told you I started seeing a lot of videos about brothers coming to Brazil? Okay. I don't know what happened or what's the situation, but they all disappeared. I said to myself, you know what? And I remember my first video on YouTube was called "I Challenge Brothers to Get Their Passports." And I did the video, and it was a little 13-minute video and all this other stuff. And I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think I was going to get any responses or anything like that. The next thing you know, I had brothers responding to the video, commenting on the video, saying, "Oh man, I didn't know it's like that." And then I had put videos of my experience down there, and the lady I was rolling with at, the girlfriend, woman I was with at the time, and everything like that. And they said, "Oh man, she's drop dead gorgeous." And the people love the beauty going all over, going to Christ Redeemer statue, going to Sugarloaf Mountains, and the brothers liked it. And then I started getting more requests to do more videos, so I kept doing more videos, and the next thing you know, I became a YouTuber. And therefore, I brought myself, I said, you know what, if I'm going to make a move like this, I got to get some guys who really know about it. I got to hook up with Al Grease. He was the director and writer for Frustrated One. I said, I got to hook up with this brother. All right. So I got in contact. I left Al an email. I told my experiences in Brazil, because if it wasn't for his documentary, I probably wouldn't have came down here. And how grateful I am for him to come out with the movie. We got together, and we talked about this and this and this and that. And I told him, I said, look, to put this out here hard, and with Frustrated as being the focal point about Brazil. Brothers need to know it's an untapped resource of beautiful black women. And when I say beautiful, I mean that inside and out. Brazil. Untapped. And they're waiting for us to come down here. Let me tell you something. The ratio of Brazilian women, Afro-Brazilian women, but I say Brazilian women in general, is 26-1 for one African-American man. Okay. And I said to them, the brothers need to come down here. The frustrated brothers, the brothers who are tired of, you know. And then I came back to America with an attitude, like attitude, but a swagger about myself. I was like, I was not even looking at American women no more. Not going out on dates, none of that stuff. I had a profile on Black People Meet. You know what Black People Meet is, right? I had a profile on that, and I put up the. I guess out of spite, I don't know. I guess because of a little hate on it, I put up a profile to all African American women. I don't care if you read this profile or not. I don't need y'all anymore. Okay, message no more or anything like that. I'm gonna let the profile expire. We mess with Brazilian women now. Okay, and yo, I got so many hate messages after that. See, it's amazing when you tell African American. I call them Agent AAWs. That's what I call them in the Matrix. When you tell Agent AAWs anymore, first they ignore you when you wanted them. When you tell them, okay, I'm good, you don't need you no more, you get all the attention in the world after that. Hey, you get all the attention in the world. They, oh man, you a sellout, you this, you that. They don't want you. They only want a green card. This, you know, and that part about the green card, most of the Brazilians here, at least the educated ones, don't want to leave Brazil. Okay, they love Brazil, but they got a family. Brazil is a family-oriented country, strong down here. Okay, and they're more interested in family. They don't want to leave their family, come all the way to the United States, and then they see all the craziness goes on in the United States through TV. Stay here. So that green card bullshit, that's just bullshit. That's just typical Matrix bullshit. But I just seen an untapped resource. That's why I started my organization. That's why I started my channel. That's why my Facebook groups are here. And ever since then, from the first beach party that I threw back in 2014 up until now, there have been mad brothers coming here. I have to say I'm responsible for 6 marriages, six marriages, about maybe 20 or 30 engagements, a whole lot of relationships. All right. And a lot of brothers been telling me, and it's kind of, you know, through my own experience, it just shocks me when people come up to me and tell me that, yo, man, your video, this and that has changed my life, or your video has gave me hope. Radio show, what you say on it has gave me hope. And that's big, man. That's worth more than $2 million, man. You know.
Let me do this, Charles. Let me do this, Charles. Ask a question. That's people in the chat. So put Charles back in the chat. We have a good show, you guys. I saw that we had a question from Chris of Pump Chasers. And Charles, that's a brother you need to check out. Brother has over 700,000 subscribers on one channel, 300,000 subscribers on another channel. He needs to loan me some subscribers. And so shout out to Pump Chasers. He's gonna be back here on Friday. That brother is always doing great things. He comes in the chat and fellowship. He's trying to get to Brazil too on the low, but wait, don't tell nobody. So before we get back to the interview, you guys know Charles Tyler is here, man. One of the greats. Okay, I've been listening to this brother for at least 2.5 years. Okay, let's do this. You see he's in the house. So I know a lot of you guys have subscribed to him. Let's go into the chat. We got 150 people watching, okay, which is a good amount of people for the time of day, right? It's like 1 o'clock in the United States. So you guys go in the chat, subscribe to Charles Tyler, okay? Shout out to Charles Gilmore. All right, I see him. Captain Jack. Oh, and Captain Jack, thank you for your donation of $10 in the super chat. Crystal, thank you for your donation of $20. Master Will, thank you for your donation of 5 British pounds. All right, I love you guys. You guys always are making things happen for me here on the O'Shea Vlogcast channel. Let's get some more people to subscribe to Charles Tyler. Okay, now all you brothers, I got 149 people watching. The Black George Clooney. How do we connect with Charles T? I'm trying to get there. We're gonna get you connected with him. Don't worry, that's why he's here. Okay, do me a favor. 148 people watching. I need 19 people to go and like this stream so we'll have 100. All right. I have been listening to the brothers for months. You guys wanted Charles Tyler on the show. You guys wanted Al Grease. Listen, we are bringing these exceptional, knowledgeable brothers to the Negro manosphere, okay, to give you guys this information, right? Because I know brothers are looking for options. Master Charles Tyler is out there living in Brazil. He's been doing this for quite some time. You could at least, show us the respect of liking the video that's free and subscribing to the man's channel. Okay, the man is doing the Lord's work out there. He's went to Brazil 21 times, right? He never asked for any donations. That's money that he spent, all right, to give you this. So we ought to be thankful for a brother that's out there doing that for us, okay? Because a lot of brothers will go to Brazil and not talk about their experience. They'll just tell their friends. This man went to Brazil, okay, 21 times and made a Facebook group, made a YouTube channel, gave you a way to how to do things. And we're also going to talk about right now how to make money. And then we're going to talk about what's the best time of year to go to Brazil. Okay, because Charles is going to help you guys with both of that. But first, I need 6 more likes. 6 more likes. Okay, I got 150 watching. 6 more people need to like the video so that we have 100 likes on the video. All right, so you guys help us out here. Get it to 6 more. We'll go back into the interview. All right, so let's keep it going. Thank you guys. And let's keep the interview going. Let me go back to Charles Tyler. All right, so Charles, every now and then I have to stop the interview so that we can promote your channel and get the
brother. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so if we don't tell them, they won't do it. But the first question comes, and I'm taking my boy Chris Jones of Publications. I don't know if you know him, but he's a big time bodybuilder. We're going to introduce you to him. When's the best time come to Brazil?
Okay. Now, I mentioned about the beach party in November, okay? And the reason why I put it in November, because right now, into the rain season. Okay, we're going into the rain season. It's going to, the coldest it'll probably get down here is probably about anywhere between 50 to 60 degrees, okay? But that's not beach weather, okay? All right, so the around, I would say, late September. So the best time to come down here is in October. Now there's a peak season, okay? The peak season starts in December. The reason why, because like I said, our winter is their summer. It's about 90 to 100 degrees down here okay? So of course the airlines are going to jack the prices up. The rooms and all the hotels, but we don't use hotels down here, but even all the rooms, right? Their prices get jacked up. So the best time to come, the best window is between October, I would say mid-October to late November. Why? Because you get the best weather. It's still going to be 90 to 100 degrees. The beaches are going to be jumping. That is beach weather right there. That gets the people out to the beaches, get the ladies in the fine little, string bikinis out to the beaches, right? But you still get off-peak prices. You still get cheaper airline fees, and you still get cheap room rental, whether you use Mr. John Thompson's Real Rent for Less, or you use Black Jet Service. Okay. So I would say mid-October to I would say just before Thanksgiving or a little bit after Thanksgiving in November. Okay? So I'd say those are the better times.
So let me ask you this. Now, you have a lot of brothers asking, well, how do you survive out in Brazil, or how do you make money in Brazil? Charles, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Yeah, put the take your mouse.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And my like I said, it's slow down here. This is not the best internet. But like I was saying, right? When you start opening up your mind to travel, right? You know, and you want to go places, you want to continuously go on, you also got to open up your mind to new ways of making money. And we are living in the revolutionary era of the internet. The internet is a money trove. All right. You know, but you gotta know how to find the right opportunities to make money online. All right. I've dealt with several opportunities. Some were good, some were bad. All right. Until I came across Forex trading, online Forex trading. I found that it's more consistent, it's honest. The only way it's gonna go away unless they take away our world currency, and God forbid if that happens, right? That's Walking Dead, no doubt. But Forex trading online is how I make a decent amount of my money. I also deal with the online adding service called My Paying Ads. That makes pretty good money, right? You know, pretty decent money. The funny thing about living in Brazil, you don't need a lot of money. You don't need a lot of money to stay down here. I mean, for example, if people go to my channel, there's a video called Jungle Metropolis. And there's a spot over here in Rio de Janeiro called Barra Tijuca. Okay. And Barra Tijuca is like Beverly Hills. You know, funny thing is it's separated by a mountain. On the other side of the mountain is Rocinha, which is the biggest favela in South America. All right. But on the other side is Barra Tijuca. They got nothing but condo high-rise apartments. You know, gated communities, everything. Beautiful. The whole place is beautiful. They mainly built it all up for the 2014 World Cup and for the 2016 Summer Olympics. That's where Barra Tijuca is where the Olympics were held at. And you'll see that getting an apartment, a condo over there, a three-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom condo, you can get for $525 a month. That same condo, you would bring it up to the United States, it'll be worth $3,000. Easy. Okay. So it isn't that much. We're dealing with a 3-to-1 ratio right now versus the Brazilian reais. Now, there is inflation up here. Okay. Put it like this. If you're making about at least anywhere between $1,000 to $2,500 US a month, you can live in Brazil. Okay. If you're making the money online, and I do that maybe with Forex trading, a couple other things I do, you know, you can live down here. You can live anywhere you want in the world if you're making money online. So that's how I do. That's how I'm able to come down here. When I was with a company called Instant Money Network back in the day, I was making about $1,500 a week, anywhere between $800 to $1,500 a week. So that's why I was able to come down here every other month, stay a month, stay 2 months, because I was making all my money online. Since then, of course, since the Money Network went down, and now I'm with Forex trading, and that's something more stable that time Forex trader. Also, you become a Bitcoin trader too as well, and I'm the Bitcoin compounder, and that's what I'll be getting into more of now that I don't trust the US dollar because we got an idiot for president now. So chances are the US dollar will fall. So I got to go and find a new currency a little bit, and Bitcoin is the next step up, especially for people who live abroad. You know, so that's how I make my money mainly online. A 9-to-5 job, you can't travel. Let's be real.
Okay.
You know.
Let me do this. And so basically, not only, and this is something I can verify, I've heard other people say this about Charles Tyler. Charles Tyler does not only give you the information to move to Brazil, he teaches you how to make money. All right. Now, keep in mind, Charles Tyler has been doing this shit for years for free. Okay. It never had no real Patreon. He's thinking about getting one. He never had no GoFundMe. This is a man that has done this this guy's a warrior for black men. Okay. This is a war true. That's why I call him Master Charles Tyler, because before there was a Negro manosphere, before there was black, Charles Tyler was doing this shit first. All right. He was doing it as far as expats. You know, we do it in different ways, but Charles Tyler is one of the forerunners in this movement, helping black men. How many people are going to go to Brazil, show you pictures, tell you where to live, teach you how to make money, and never ask you didn't ask you for anything? Did that for 4 years, y'all. Okay. So listen, let's do this. Let's get my man Charles Tyler subscribed, man. You're gonna learn a lot from his channel. Okay. Let's do this. Let's subscribe to the brother. So if you're there, you see in the chat, keep subscribing to Charles Tyler, right? He's gonna be putting out a lot of good videos. He put out a good one yesterday. Okay, there's a black male expat community there. Okay, black male expat community. And once again, let me do this. I just got a notification. A brother donated on to the Negro Manosphere blog, $50. Eric, thank you. Hey, Apple Mac, welcome here. Thank you, all the new subs. Glad you're here. Thank you, Apple Mac 5, for joining us. Apple Mac 5, if you can, subscribe to Charles Tyler. Okay, we got everybody there. Now, second favor, 163 watching, 112. I need y'all to go like the video. All right, need you to like the video. Let's get 10 more people to like this video. Okay, because what happens is it promotes the video once it's done. You know, Charles Tyler and me conversating. The more you guys like the video, the more YouTube will promote this. So thank you, 114. Let's get those likes up, all right, and everything. So let's go back to Charles here, because we really want to get back to the interview. Now, Charles, now you're gonna, people are going to say, well, if you go down to Brazil, the women are just going to be nice to you because you have an American passport. These women don't really care nothing about you. You can still be used. What do you say to those people who have those kind of statements to say?
Okay, to the men, I say come on down here and find out. All right. And also to the women, come on down here and find out. Let me give you a prime example. I'm gonna say this right. There's a video out there in my Facebook, and my YouTube channel called Charles Schools and AAW on why black men come to Brazil. All right, you can look that up on my because there's one of my beach parties, a couple of AAW showed up. Okay, ain't too many of them down here. All right. The second time out of all the times, maybe the third time out of all the times I've come down here, I've seen American women down here. They don't come here, okay? But anyway, the bottom line is this, right? To people who tell me that, right, I tell them, don't assume, always know. You come down here and you find out if that's true or not. Thing I can't stand. I heard. I can't stand that statement. Because you know what? That insults people like me who come down here and spend the money. You know, that insults everybody else any other brother who comes down here and finds out whether it's true or not that these women want to be with us because we got money, because we got this. Let me tell you something. In the real world, and I always say this, there ain't no such thing as free. Pay for it one way or another. The question is, what quality pussy is what you get? All right? That's what you're going, that's what you have to look at. Now, the thing about it is this, right? These women down here, you know, if I am throwing out money at them, I ain't throwing out a lot. Okay? I still, as a man, have to take care of my woman. Okay? I buy her nice things. So, yes, I take her out to dinner. So, yes, I treat her like a queen. That's what a man is supposed to do. Okay? Now, what does she do in return? Down here, she cooks, keeps a nice house. When I don't even ask for it, fucks my brains out till I can't take it no more. You know, and loves me. And I'm talking about Brazilian women. They don't hide their feelings. They give you, when a Brazilian woman is in love with you, you know about it. You know that it's more than money. All right? You know, because they want to be with you. All right? You know, they may even put up with some of your bullshit. African American women won't do. Okay? They have the intimacy that you can tell that is real. There are some videos, right, that you may see in my channel, especially one recent one, where you just got a Brazilian woman come up to you, and just, if she want to kiss you, she'll just grab you and kiss you right there. Many times, my old girl, she just walked up to me, you know, and just grabbed me. And I'm 6'5", and she's 5'1". She just reach up there, pull my ass right down to her, and just over me. All right. Did I give her anything? No. Did we do anything? She just loved being with me. Did I take care of her? Yes. Okay? Because that's what a man is supposed to do. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little old-fashioned. I'm 44 years old. And maybe my spectrum of how a man is supposed to take care of women, because of the way I was brought up by my two fathers, my grandfather and my father, and I also was brought up by two mothers, my grandmother and my mother, and they both, you know, all of them were a woman. The question is, what makes you a simp? Treating a woman who ain't worth shit. There's a whole lot of them up in the United States. When you treat them to the wrong woman, that's what makes you a simp. When she's treating you, giving all you got, you going out here. Let me just be real with you. Brothers go out here and they spend 50, I would say, not 50, but anywhere between $100 to $200 a date. Dating ain't cheap anymore in the United States, right? And say 6 dates. Well, that's anywhere between $600 to $1,200 before they even might get the pussy. Okay? Now, Brazilian women, they let you know off the bat if they want to be with you or not. They ain't gonna be no date. Ain't gonna be no, oh well, after maybe 6 dates and you spent maybe $600-700 on a chick. Well, let's be friends. But let's be friends. This is not a date. We just going out and we're enjoying each other's company. But I'm spending all the money.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. Brazilian women won't play you like that. They like you. Okay, we gonna talk. And if they don't like you, they let you know too. But guess what? I got my girlfriend right here. She might like you. I got my cousin right here. She might like you. And guess what? That cousin or that girlfriend might look better than her. And you might wind up with a better deal. You know? So Brazilian women, they keep it real. And that's what I like about them. They keep it real. They don't waste my time. They damn sure don't waste my money. Okay? And as far as I'm concerned, I'm getting, if I am kicking out dollars, I'm getting a whole lot of bang for my buck. Okay? All right? Versus dealing with American women, like I said, you're going to pay for pussy one way or another. I paid for pussy destroyed one time. My house being almost burned down. Okay? All right? And me filing all these restraining orders against all these crazy broads in America. Okay? Guess what? I didn't put no money, physical money, in her pocket for that. Those girls was giving me that booty right there for, but I was still paying for it. I had my apartment destroyed and I had my car destroyed. Okay. So yes, I paid for it one way or another. Now down here in Brazil, I'm not going to say that every female up here, there are some ones with ulterior motives down here. But you're talking about numbers here in your favor. We're talking about 26-1. So when one broad is acting stupid, you kick it to the curb. That's the beautiful part about Brazil. Homeboy, like I said, I'm not saying I know everything about Brazil. I'm not saying I'm the greatest expat, but I'm still learning how to speak Portuguese. All right. But my homeboy, Rafael Paulin, he's in my Facebook group and all that stuff. And guys, I use him and Mr. John Thompson and Alan Harper. These are guys, these are true expats who live here. And Philly McFly Harris, Dwayne Banks. These are guys who are in my Facebook group. These are guys who are true expats and they live here. They live here a lot longer than me. And, they, these guys will tell you how to deal with women. And the women who are pros, who you have to give money to, are mainly prostitutes. There are some women who are not prostitutes, who want to really be with you and build something with you. That's what I'm looking for right now. Is a woman who wants to build an empire with me. Something my grandfather taught me. Make sure you get with a woman, because let me tell you something. When I decided I was going to come down here, everybody was against it. All right. Everybody in my family was against it. Mainly because they love me. All right. And the fear of the unknown for them. But my grandfather, he said, look, man, I get it. Why are you coming down here? Down here. All right. My grandfather's just like me. I love fine women. Okay. But fine women it's fleeting. Looks are fleeting. In time, that goes away. Who helps you build an empire. If she can't help you build an empire, get the fuck away from her. Or you do what I've done when I was a young boy. Fuck them and leave them. For something, for that moment. That's the thing. That's what I tell people who tell me, right, oh, well, these women want a green card. Oh, these women want some money. Wants money. The question is, what quality you can get out of them. Money you're going to blow. That's the thing. All right? Now in America, you can blow a lot of money. Child support, all that stuff. You can blow a lot of money. Okay? Why? Because you got with a woman because she looked good. She had a big butt. All right? And at least look good by American standards. I have to say that now. But and now that big butt done got 2 kids from you, and your relationship done blown apart, and now she want to utilize those kids to get paid. Okay, how much money you losing now? Remember, that was free pussy. Okay, see how it works? See how the math works? These women right here, they looking for a man.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for a good man, because these Brazilians, these mainly the Afro-Brazilian men, they come from the hip. They got that machismo attitude. They come from the hip, right? The chick don't get, yo, let me tell you something. I always say that America is a feminist country, but it's still a man's world outside of America.
Mm-hmm.
And this country down here proves it. I've seen these Brazilian dudes come from the hip, smack a hoe. I'm talking, I remember one time I seen this dude clothesline his girl right in front of me. And he just started wailing on her. And the cops were right across the street. And I'm like, I mean, dude was going to work on this girl. Going to work on her, right? They're laughing. Up until they seen some blood, then they came over and broke it up. Okay. You know, Brazilian men are hardcore. All right. You know, they'll smack their woman in a heartbeat. I mean, right here, they're very, like I said, they're very fragile as far as their feelings too. So imagine a dude beating their ass. A dude could be calling them a whole bunch of names and they get hurt behind it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These women wear their feelings on their sleeve. So, like I said, as far as I see it, lose down here. You come down here and you're a gentleman, and you treat the women very well, all right? And yes, you have to kick a little bread out, but the bread you kicking out may not be that much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Be sweet to her.
Okay, let me do this. The brothers is really enjoying this interview, man. Like I said, thank you guys. What I said, I've been wanting to interview Charles Tyler. Yeah, before I came to Poland. Me, you know, I've been in Poland. There's 2 guys I was watching. One guy was named Philco versus the Universe, versus the World. Another guy I was watching was the Charles Tyler show, because both of them lived, like, had been overseas. I'd never been out of overseas. And let me do this real quick. Shout out to my man King Demetrius for the super chat donation, $10. Phoenix for the donation. I appreciate you, brothers. Thank you. So I was looking for, you know, how other black men thought, like that I've seen at other places and shit like that, you know, because I never, you know, seen no place different. And even though I've never been to Brazil, I can pretty much tell you, man, that when you do get out and see these places and live amongst different people, it changes your mind, changes your you know, your thought process as to what you've seen. Like even look at Charles. He went from, you know, working probably at a job that wasn't so competitive, maybe, to making like, you know, $1,500 a week. It forced him to do something different. You know, it forced him to want to be better, you know, so he can have a better quality of life. And I can say the same thing about me. You know, I'm doing different things that I wasn't doing before. And this information is out there, available to you brothers out there, to you, all men. You don't have to be necessarily black. I know Voltron 512, my favorite Asian and Canadian dude, my favorite Asian. So, you know, it's not all just black men who listen to this. We have many races of men who come by, they listen, they take heed. So what I'd like to do, because I don't want to give you, you know, all the information into one interview. I'd like to see if we can get Charles Howard to come back either later on this week or next week, so we can do a part 2 to this. And I have a final tomorrow I need to prepare for. But let me let Charles Tyler close us out here. Let me do this. I need some people to like the video, okay? Let's keep getting the likes up. What up, Voltron? What up, Doug? Rob Marsh, I see you. High Def, I don't care about my penis. Get the likes if you guys on the video, and then let's let Master Charles Tyler say some last words here and promote his channel, and then we'll bring him back and talk about some more things, because the brother is a great content creator too. You know, he has so many things he can talk about, so we will never be out of topics. But let me let him close us out here. All right, go ahead and unmute yourself, Charles, and say what you would have to say before we'll end it here. Make sure you unmute yourself, Charles. Okay, hello, Charles.
O'Shea, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
And the signal just went, you froze and just went gone. Lost you there, buddy.
Yeah. But so I'm gonna go ahead and I want to let you say your last words here, because I want to do a part 2 with you later on this week or next week. I want to know what else you had to say to promote your channel before we end the show.
Well, of course, we all know YouTube is playing games now. You know, with the with the situation going on with the ad crisis and all that stuff. You know, because of that, yes, the Charles Tyler Show does need now funding from its audience. You know, right now there is a GoFundMe for the Charles Tyler Show. Because to keep this going, my plan for the Charles Tyler Show in the future is to go all over Brazil. The gateway, Rio de Janeiro is the gateway, but I've been to other states. There's 26 other states in Brazil. Okay, it's the blackest state in Salvador Bahia. It's the blackest state in the country. Imagine a whole state where it's 99% black, almost. All right. You got to remember, Brazil is the blackest country in the Americas. That's why. 100% black. People don't know that. What I want to do is I want to give people a first-hand look from state to state. I'm not saying I'm going to make every 26 states, but mainly Bahia, Belo Horizonte, Victoria, those states, Sao Paulo, the New York City of Rio de Janeiro, of Brazil, whatever. All right. I want y'all to get a first-hand view. Adventure with me. I'm going to be up here with my trusty Sony camera. It's not the best, but with donations to the Charles Tyler Show, I can get a better camera. A lot of guys been saying it. I can get a better camera. I can give y'all on-the-ground content. Right now, we have a GoFundMe for the Charles Tyler Show, right? So hopefully, we're going to be going with a Patreon account very soon. I'm going to need about at least 500 Patreons, to keep, keep the Charles Tyler Show. 500 Patreons, $5 a month. $5 a month from 500 Patreons to keep the Charles Tyler Show going and rolling strong on YouTube, everything like that. I know, yes, I've been doing the Charles Tyler Show for what, 4 years now before I died. But that's before YouTube decided they want to make life harder for its YouTubers. Okay. Yeah, we have to. That's what I'm going to leave it to you. Like I said, there are. I say in the. I would say there's going to be links in the latest videos that I have on YouTube, right, for the GoFundMe. If you do not know how to get to those links, you can always come to our Facebook group. It is Afro-American Men versus Brazilian Women and Women Abroad. That's on Facebook. Once again, that's Afro-American Men, Brazilian Women, and Women Abroad. Okay, would you date? I'm sorry, left that part out. Would you date? Okay. So, come support the group. Come support the Charles Tyler Show. And I promise, I will bring you more content, reasons to come to a country like Brazil. All right. More reasons to even travel abroad. Doesn't even necessarily have to be Brazil, but get out Matrix USA. And O'Shea Jackson, he's over there in Poland. All right. I'm a lot souther than him right now, but and see the world. What the world can do outside of Matrix USA. Stop complaining. Stop being frustrated. Let's make it happen. It's time to be proactive.
Okay, and let me do this. I'm gonna put. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna put. One second. I'm gonna put the group in the chat. All right. So if you guys want to get into the Facebook group, here's the link. Okay, and Charles can approve you. All right. I want to promote his group. So click on the link here, and then also what I'm gonna do. So that's the link. If you're on Facebook, have a Facebook profile. Get into this group. This is one of the best groups on Facebook for Black men. And then let me fix it so where at the end of this video, you'll be able to go to Charles, to the, let me do this right now while I'm online. I'm going to grab his GoFundMe. And because when he gets on Patreon, I'm going to support him. I've already supported his GoFundMe before, but I'm going to do it again. Okay. And we want to make sure he does that. So let's see. And let me get his channel here. And that's why we have this particular podcast. Stop complaining about, stop complaining and go to Brazil. Okay. So Charles Tyler is doing some great things. He's there right now. All right. And, I just wanted to thank him for coming on to the show. He'll be back, hopefully. We tried to do this before, a few days ago, but for whatever reason, we were having some issues. And but no problem. We got it together. Okay, he has a GoFundMe trying to reach $5,500. He has 492 so far. So all the links to Charles Tyler's information is now officially in the description link. I have his channel, I have his Facebook group, I have his GoFundMe. Okay, so what I want to do is thank you, brothers, for you listening to what we had to say today. The first official Charles Tyler interview. He will be back here. I have to kind of cut the interview short because I have an exam I have to study for in the morning. But once again, thank you, brother Charles Tyler, for you coming on. I will talk to you on Facebook. And you brothers, we'll see you tomorrow because I won't be making no more fucking videos tonight. I'm tired of shit and I have things to do. So once again, me and Charles will be back. Okay, I promise you that because the response was so high today. People were so excited. So many of you have subscribed over there. Go check him out. Tell me, hey, I came from O'Shea's channel. I saw the interview. And as you know, the buffoonery is on an all-time high. We're out. Peace.